Hi guys, back on the mat, and today I've got just a fun creative vinyasa. We're going to move around the mat a little bit, play with a few arm balances leading up to one of my favorites, Lolasana, which is pendant pose. Don't let that put you off if you can't do it. If you don't like arm balances, just don't do them. Just miss them out completely. Or maybe give them a try. Grab some pillows, surround yourself with pillows. Lolasana is quite a good one to practice. It's really hard, but in terms of fear of falling, you don't have it. It's basically pulling yourself up and lifting yourself up using your hands. So you haven't got that fear of falling. Anyway, just have fun trying. Smile if it doesn't work. Remember what I always say. Every success story involves failure. I have failed many, many times over and over again in my practice, but I fail forward. I'm always moving forward on my journey, always learning from when things didn't work. So when you're ready, we're going to come down onto our backs just for a moment before we start to move. Bring your feet mat distance apart and let your knees come in. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and take a big breath. Inhaling through the nose. And exhale, let it out through the mouth. 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last time, biggest, fullest, most expansive breath. Hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1, and exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Now, maybe come to your Ujjayi breath if you practice it, or simply start to bring the breath in and out through the nose, remembering that yoga is all about this connection, body, mind, and breath. And our intention today, let's set one together, and it's simply to be here now. It's often my intention for my practice because I find myself struggling to be present sometimes in my day, particularly when I have a lot to do and lots of things going on, when I'm feeling really anxious. So all important is now. Okay, remember guys, before we start moving, this is your practice. Please modify as you need to. Yoga should never be painful. And because we're doing a lot of balancing today, just make sure there's nothing around your mat that could cause any injury. And when you're ready, you're going to place your feet flat on the floor now. Hip distance apart, about hands distance from your body. Give your belly a little poke, turn on the core. Give your bum a little poke, turn on the glutes. And as you exhale, lift up into bridge. Draw the ribs down. Don't bring this into a back bend. Think of a line from your knees all the way to your shoulders. Again, give your glutes a poke, check that they're on. Imprint your feet into the ground, slightly pull them towards you. Holding it here, drawing everything in. And then before we move, because we're going to be on our wrists a bit, let's stretch out through the wrist, pulling those right fingers back, breathing into that right wrist. Take a few breaths here, breathing into the forearm, breathing into the wrist. Checking in with the body, checking in with the mind, maybe in checking with emotions, checking where you are right now. And then we'll check back right at the end of practice as well. You're not trying to cover anything up, just be aware. And then maybe gently release them. Then slowly taking to the other side, bringing those left fingers back. Bring your brain into your glutes for a moment. Check. Are they still firing? Lengthen through the tailbone. Keep that nice long spine, nice neutral spine. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly bring the hands down. And let's start to march the feet. So you can start by bringing actually your hands onto your hip points and making sure that your pelvis doesn't collapse as you move your feet. So you need your glute stabilizers to work here as you move up and down to keep you nice and strong, to keep you nice and stable, because stability is key. Be mindful as you move yourself around the mat today. How much can you slow down and stabilize those transitions, those moments between the poses? Keep moving here. Then let's hold our right foot up for 5. Ground down through your left foot, pull it towards you. 4, keep breathing, brain in that left glute. 3, stay with it. 2, And 1, right foot comes down, left foot lifts now. Brain in that right glute. Hold it steady, hold it strong. 5, 4, draw the ribs in. 3, glute on. 2, and 1, left foot comes down. Come all the way onto your back. Let's just do 1 core lighter upper. We've lit up the back body, let's light up the front body. So I've already done this once today, guys. But anyway, it's a good one. You're going to bring your feet straight up above you. If this is too much, you can drop 1 foot and just do it with 1 leg. You want to be really mindful of your abdominals. If your abdominals start to dome or you can't control them, then ramp it down. So energy through the legs, energy through the core. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, core lights up, and start to flutter the legs. Only little motions, but you're fluttering them all the way down and then all the way up. Be mindful that the lower back doesn't overarch, and if it starts to overarch, then just only go down as far as you can control. Keep drawing the core in, keep breathing. We're going to do for another 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, I don't know why I'm doing this so slowly, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you've got this, 2, and 1. Whew, slowly bring the feet down. Let's bring them mat distance apart. Let's do this one and bring the knees over to the left-hand side. Cactus the arms, gaze over to the right. Now squeeze that right glute like you did in bridge and breathe into that right hip flexor. Push down through the inner arch of that right foot. Take a few moments here before we start to flow. Then inhale brings you through center, and exhale takes you to the other side. Now I'm going to get us right into the flow today. So if you need some more time, if you want to do some sun salutations, then absolutely just pause the video and do what you need to do. Take a moment more here. Let's take 1 more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. There you go. Bring yourself back to center. Take your hands behind your thighs and take some rock and rolls forward and back. Or just bring yourself onto one side, and we're all going to meet in downward facing dog. So roll over the knees, step the feet back, and do what you need in your downward facing dog. So for me, I've got a little bit of a tweaky lower back this week, so I'm going to be super bending my knees in all forward folding postures. And it's what yoga teaches you, is this connection to really tune in. What do you need right now? And I always say this, but it can look different from day to day. And it's just becoming aware of that and listening to what you actually need, not what you think you need, what you actually need. And don't let your ego take over. Don't start doing arm balances if your shoulders are feeling tweaky. Listen to your body. Okay. Taking a moment more in down dog, find your strength. Spread your fingers, push your hands into the mat. Dial the hands out, so really stabilize through the shoulders. Lift the sit bones high. If you need a bend in the knees, that's absolutely fine. Draw the heels down, lift the kneecaps, shine the back of the thighs towards the back of the room. Draw the front ribs into the back body. All these cues, super strong pose. Okay, then start to inhale and tiptoe your feet all the way to the front of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Take a lovely bend in the knees and fold over the legs, taking a little ragdoll and a little sway from side to side. Then your hands drop. Inhale, roll all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head comes up last. Bring the toes together, heels slightly apart. If you prefer flowing with your feet hip distance, that's absolutely fine too. Just bring your hand onto your pelvis for a moment and notice, is it slightly tipping forward? Imagine your pelvis is a bowl of water, and that water tips out when you tip it forward, or if you tip it back. Can you do a little few of these pelvic tilts and then come into a neutral position? And notice when you find that neutral, immediately your deep abdominals, your TRA, your glutes, they kind of like fire. They're ready to go, ready for action. And then at the same time, notice as your head tends to go like that, can you bring everything into alignment? So ears over shoulders, over hips, over knees, over ankles. Ground down through your feet, lift your toes, and then toe by toe, bring them down onto the mat, lifting through the arches, feeling that connection to the earth and feeling that energy running all the way up through your body, out through the crown of your head. Before we start to flow, take a huge breath in through the nose, and exhale, let it out through the mouth. Inhale, arms rise, gaze comes up. Draw the ribs in, squeeze the glutes as you exhale. Fold forward, hinging from the hips, hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Now I'm going to do a modified vinyasa today. Vinyasa simply means to place your body in a certain way. You guys are like, you're holding us in plank, don't chat. It's good. Hold your plank. Drop your knees if you need to. So what we're going to do, you can watch me first or you can float with me. We're going to do a little push-up. So because we're still warming up, bring your knees down. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, push it back up. Don't let the shoulder tips dip forward. You're then going to drop your knees, drop your forearms. Inhale, sweep into your upward facing or cobra. Pull back with the hands, draw the glutes down. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll do that one more time. Inhale, shift forward plank. Option to drop the knees, or exhale, take a full push-up. Don't let the shoulders drop or lower back over arch. Drop the knees now, everyone. Drop the forearms. Slowly inhale, lift up. Either upward facing or cobra. Exhale, hips to the sky. Now we flow. We're going to do this flow twice, and we're going to build on the second round. Remember, modify as you need to. Inhale, lift the right leg high, squeeze the glute. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, twist. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, twist it out. Inhale, last time, rise it up high to the sky. Exhale, tap it, but then bring it to the center of the body. Hold it here, drop it down. Exhale, push it back up, push the floor away. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, push it up. Last time, drop it down, push it up. And then you're actually going to drop it down. Your knee comes underneath your hip. Your left hand lifts, your left leg lifts. Modified side plank. Now, if balance is really tricky for you, this right foot can kickstand out, which makes it easier. But if you really want to test yourself, bring it back so it's facing towards the back of your mat. Open the body out to the side, kind of lean into that back right scapula. Feel really strong and secure there. 3 more breaths. And 2. Last one. As you exhale, side plank again, but on the other side. So your left hand comes down. Pivot onto the outer edge of that left foot, or drop the knee. And inhale, lift the right arm high to the sky. So lift the sideways up towards the ceiling. And notice this right hip wants to come back. Can you stack it over? Glutes are strong, legs are strong. Dial that left hand out. Feel really secure in that shoulder. And as we've done so many times in my classes before, you're going to step that right foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, then exhale slowly, mindfully. Bring it to the front of the mat. Use your hand if you need to. Okay, from here, you are going... I've completely lost my flow. I never do this, guys. Okay, from here, you're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. I actually don't think I've ever done that before. So just know I'm human, I forget things too. Breathe in, open through the heart. Then as you exhale, take a twist over to the right. Bring your left elbow onto the top of your right thigh. Now the top, because I want you to kind of hold this twist without yanking yourself into it. So your body is doing the work. It's like an active twist rather than grabbing yourself or wrapping that forearm into the thigh and pushing. So hold it here, big breath in. Exhale, gaze down at the foot. See if you can float that left leg high. Keep a bend in the right knee, or you can straighten it. Hold it here, feel strong in the core, feel strong in that left glute and the right glute too. Ground down through the right foot. Big breath in. And then exhale, see if you can step that left foot to meet your right. Inhale, sweep up, chair pose. Sit back with the hips, squeeze the glute. Draw an imaginary midline through your body, then hug everything in towards it. Now keep grounding down, particularly through that right foot, and see if you can lift your left knee into your chest. Big breath in. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Shoot that left leg back, warrior 3. Now that left hip wants to come up, so spiral it down. Draw an imaginary line from the crown of your head out through your toes. And have a bend in that right knee if you need one. Sometimes it feels good. Sometimes it actually feels better with a bend in the knee. As you exhale, drop the toes. Inhale, lift the arms high. And as you exhale, you're going to take a warrior 2 to the back of the mat. So your left foot's facing forward, back foot parallel. Grow tall through the crown of the head. And as we did at the beginning of the class, at the top of the mat, you're going to lift your toes and then spread your toes one by one all the way onto the mat. Feel the arches lift. Feel the energy rising up through the body. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, straight into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Grab a block if you need to. Left fingertips come down. Right leg lifts. Open the body out to the right. Open that right hip. Breathe here. Find length in the side body. Reach up through the fingers. If balance is tricky, bring this right hand onto your hip. Holding here, breathing here for 3, for 2, and 1. Start to close the hip. Bring the right foot all the way down, and then you're going to come all the way up to stand, bending into the right knee, reaching the left fingertips back, reaching the right fingertips forward. Squeeze the left glute, grow tall through the crown of the head. Ground down through that left big toe. I'm really struggling to do that right now. You can bring your gaze back behind you. And then you're going to inhale, shift your arms up. Wrap that right leg all around the left, eagle pose. Squeeze the inner thighs like there's a block between them. And then your left arm goes underneath your right. Wrap the arms around each other. If you're, again, struggling with balance, you can have a little tripod with those feet. And like we did in chair pose, imagine that midline. Squeeze everything towards it. Sit down a little bit lower in your eagle. Keep the arms where they are. Then inhale, unravel the legs. Draw that right knee in towards you. Exhale, right foot steps as slowly, mindfully towards the back of the mat as you can. Comes down about 45 degrees. So the toes are turned out. Inhale, lift the elbows, breathe up, lift up. Exhale, folding forwards. Humble warrior. Length through the chest, length through the spine even. Create space as you inhale. And each exhale, let something go. Whether it's a little bit of tension, whether it's a thought, let it go. One more breath here. Then inhale, coming all the way up. Come onto the back toes, breathe in. Exhale, your right hand comes down, your left fingertips reach up. Take a moment, hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Then exhale, your left hand comes down. We're going to do that little funky vinyasa, step back plank. Little push up, you've got this, guys. Glutes are on, core is on. Come down, lift up, knees down, forearms down. Inhale, sweep through, lift up into your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. One more time, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, push back up. Drop the knees, drop the forearms. Inhale, sweep it through. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to the sky. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, tap. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, tap it out. Inhale, reach it up. Then exhale, tap it. Bring it to center. Inhale, release. Exhale, push into chest. Push into hands. Inhale, release. Exhale, push into chest. Push into hands. Inhale, release. Last time. Exhale, push it up. Then bring it down, knee under hip. Open the right arm up. Open that right leg. Modified side plank. Breathe the chest open. Reach the right fingers up. As I said on the other side, kind of lean back into that left scapula. Feel really strong and secure there. Can you lift that right leg even higher? Breathing for 3, 2, And 1. Right toes come down, right hand comes down, swivel onto the side of that right foot and reach the left arm all the way up. Side plank on this side, length through the side body. Feel that engagement, lift the side waist away from the floor. Draw navel to spine, draw the ribs down, energize through the legs, through the glutes. 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, slowly, mindfully step that left foot to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, hands straight away come to your heart. Take a huge breath in, broaden through the collarbones. Then exhale, take a little twist over to the left-hand side. Your right elbow touches your left thigh. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Navel to spine. And think about your twist going up your spine like a spiral staircase. So it isn't just your neck that's kind of cranking round. Think of it going evenly up. It's not going to be completely even, but use that visualization. Exhale, gaze down towards the floor and lift that right leg high. Whoa, I've lost my balance. Notice any instabilities on either side. For me, this is so much tighter. So, breathing here, energy through both of those glutes. Whoa, and then slowly bring your toes in towards each other. Yes, I fall sometimes too. Inhale, sweep up into your chair. Sit down a little bit lower. Again, being mindful of that pelvis. Are you sticking your bum out or are you tucking it in? Can you bring it back into that neutral pelvis? Glutes are on, core is on. Don't flare the ribs. Draw the ribs down. Left foot grounds down, right knee comes into chest. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart. Shoot that leg back. Warrior 3. Right hip spirals down. Draw that imaginary line from the crown of the head all the way through those right toes. Big breath in. Exhale, bring that legs down. Come up, high lunge, then exhale, open it out. Warrior 2, back to the front of the room. This time close your eyes instead of lifting the toes. Reach tall through the crown of the head and ground down through the feet. Turn on, fire up all those muscles in your legs. Feel the energy rise. Feel the extension through the side body all the way through the crown of the head. Blink the eyes open, flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hinge forward. Right fingertips come down, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. If this feels like, whoa, this isn't a challenge for me, think, where can I bring in more effort? Can I bring my hands or my fingertips to my ears? Can I close my eyes? Complete challenge in itself. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you need some more ease. Maybe grab a block. Start to swivel that left hip down. And then inhale brings you all the way up. Left knee into chest. Right hand behind you. Twist. Remember, you can gaze forward. You can gaze back. Keep energy through that right glute. Stabilizing the pelvis, lifting through the crown of the head. And then bring that left knee over the right. Bring your arms up to the sky. Right arm goes underneath left this time. Imaginary midline, everything drawing in. Can you sit down a little bit lower in your eagle? Squeeze an imaginary block between your thighs. Hug the sit bones towards each other. One more big breath. Then slowly start to unravel. Keep the arms where they are. Send those left toes all the way to the back of the mat. So you're coming into kind of warrior 1 legs. Inhale, lift the elbows, and exhale, bow down. Humble warrior, extending through the spine, hugging the inner thighs in towards each other. Closing the eyes maybe and tuning in. Keep expanding through the spine. Let the head go, bow down. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Unravel the arms, come onto the back toes. And then to finish off the flow, bring the left fingers down, the right arm comes up. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Then exhale, right hand comes down, step back plank. Set the shoulder blades on your back. Exhale, pull back with the hands as you lower. Helps keep the shoulders lifted. Inhale, lift up. Drop the knees, drop the elbows. Inhale, shift forward, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come onto the knees for a moment. Tuck the toes, just to bring some stretch into the toes. Bring your hands onto your thighs, grow tall through the crown of the head, and take a deep breath. So we're going to have our first play now with Lolasana before we do the second time on the sequence for a second time. When we do the sequence for a second time, we're going to do it a little bit faster, just because you know where we're going now, and we're going to add in a few little surprises. So, Lolasana, the pose people love to hate, but people want to do. It feels really, really good, really strong when you've got it. So, untuck the toes. You're going to bring your hands alongside your thighs. This can be really intense for the wrist. If you know you have really weak wrists, then you can do a few more exercises. I've got loads on my Instagram. I'll put one on my YouTube as well in coming weeks. But you can come and do some little circles, bring the hands out to the side. But if you feel like you need a more TLC for your wrists, then do it, because this can be a little bit intense. So place your hands by your sides. Take a deep breath in. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift the hips high and lift our left foot in towards our bum. So we're staying on the top of our right foot. So take a big breath in. And as you exhale, push into the hands, pull the shoulder blades away from the spine, lift the hips, and pull that left foot in towards your bum. Holding here, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Big breath in. We're going straight to the other side. Exhale, push into the top of the left foot, right foot into your bum. Keep pushing through the hands for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop it down. Big breath in. Big breath out. So you can do exactly the same again, or you can try and lift up full Lolasana. The trick here is protraction of the shoulder blades. I should have said you can grab some blocks from under your hands, and that can just help the extra height of lifting up. Draw the core in, so lift the pelvic floor, hug that lower belly up and in, draw the ribs down. So compression is a good thing. You want to kind of go into a ball as much as you can, and don't forget to breathe. So, option to do exactly is what we just did. Or you can wrap the feet on top of each other. So if you look at my feet, my left foot is wrapped on top of my right. I'm going to take a big breath in and then exhale, push through the hands and see if you can lift up. Lift the feet towards you, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring yourself all the way down. Switch the feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push into the hands, lift up for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly come down and take a child's pose. Bring the hands back beside you. Bring the forehead down onto the earth. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Take a moment to come back to your breath. Slow the breath. Slow the heart rate. Stay in this moment, right here and now. As you inhale, slowly start to creep your way up. And we're going to flow. So bring your hands back down onto the mat. What you can do is in your down dog is just pad your fingers out for a little second, pouring a little bit like a cat and relieving any tension in the wrists. Or it feels good for me anyway. Then find some stillness. Find the strength in your down dog and inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. Little change up now. See if you can drop your left forearm onto the ground and even bend that right knee, opening through the hip. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, push into that left hand, come back through plank, tap right knee, left tricep. Inhale, reach up, open the hip, left forearm comes down. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. One more time. Inhale, left forearm down. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Tap. Bring the knee to center. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift it up. Drop it down. Lift it up. Drop it down. Last time, lift it up. Then drop it down and open up into your modified side plank. Option to do exactly what we did before, or bring this left foot into the earth. Push the sole of the foot into the earth. See if you can pick up the right knee. See if you can bring it forward and open it out. Fall in triangle. Your foot can be down or lifted for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee in towards you. Bring your left hand down. Swivel onto your side plank, the opposite side. Lift up into a tree-legged side plank. Reaching the hips up, reaching the side waist up. Energy through those legs. Then connect your elbow to your knee. Come all the way forward, keeping that connection, elbow to knee. And then as you get to the front, come into a runner's lunge and bring both elbows to your knees, palms together. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, come back to that twist. So push into the palms and lift that right elbow. Squeeze the left glute, hug your inner thighs towards each other. Gaze down towards the floor, bring the weight into the right foot. And this time we're going to do little taps. So tap the left foot forward, tap it back. Tap it forward, tap it back. Keep stable through that right glute. One more time, tap it forward. Come into a twisted chair. Option to hold it here. I'm going to turn to the camera in twisted chair. Okay, that left knee is going to want to creep forward. Have I got my right? Yes, it is. It's going to creep forward and bring it back. Sorry, it's confusing my left and right end. So you can hold it here, or you can plant your hands down to the ground and try for your side crow. So the easiest version of side crow is to bring your hip onto your elbow and then lean forward. Find that kind of seesaw and lift up. The one that takes more strength and more stability, it's the same thing, but you don't touch your hip to your elbow. That right elbow is going to want to come out, so draw it in. And again, imagine a midline to your body and hug everything in. So inner thighs, hug in. Maybe you're here in your chair with me. Everyone take a big breath. And then if you're flying, come back down, and everyone's going to inhale back to their chair pose, arms coming up. Ground down through the left foot. Right foot. Inhale, your left leg comes in. Reach that left foot out. Then exhale, sweep the arms back. Warrior 3. Left hip spirals down. Draw that line. Crown of your head all the way out through your toes. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the foot, arms come up. Take it over. Warrior 2, back of the room. Big breath in. Exhale, you're going to flip and reverse your warrior. Take a breath in. I've got my breathing confused. And exhale, left elbow to right knee. Can you shift forward, keeping that connection and lifting up into half moon? If the answer is no, it's just not working for you, then feel free to bring the fingers down. But maybe challenge yourself. And if you fall, it doesn't matter. It's all in the journey. It's all in the fun. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come up to stand. Your right knee comes in towards your chest. Your right finger's back, left finger's back, right finger's forward. Maybe even extend that right leg straight in front of you. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Big breath in. And as you exhale, come back to your eagle pose just for a moment. Arms come up, left arm wraps underneath. Big breath in. Exhale. Sit down a little bit lower. Hug everything in towards center. Breathe in, unravel the legs. Exhale, sweep it back. Warrior 3. Little change up this time. Exhale, bend the knees, bringing that right knee behind your left until you come all the way down onto the floor. Can you do it without using your hands? Unravel the arms. And you're going to stack the knees on top of each other. So maybe lift the hips and sit down between the heels into cow face, Badakanasana. Really fidgety today, sorry. Okay. From here, bring your hands onto your hips and take some little circles. Noticing where you're holding tension, which bits feel stickier, maybe closing your eyes and really tuning in. And then take it the other way. 3 circles one way, 3 circles the other way. And then come back to center, find some stillness. Bring your hands onto the soft parts of your feet. Take a big breath in. I should have said, I'm so sorry, you can straighten that right leg out if this is too intense, and it can be really intense for some people, particularly if people do a lot of sitting. So remember, guys, listen to your body. Blink the eyes, open softly, and roll over the knees, unlinking them and stepping back into plank pose. As before, little funky vinyasa. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, drop the knees, the elbows. Inhale, shift it forward. Open the heart, broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Drop onto that right forearm, bend the knee, open the hip, funky dolphin. As you exhale, push into the hand, tap knee to tricep. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, knee to tricep. One more time. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, knee to tricep tap. Bring it to center. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Last time, inhale. Exhale, pull into chest. Then drop it down, open it up, right hand to the sky, right foot pushing down into the ground. Remember, you can stay here or you can push that sole of the feet down, stabilize through the left hand and lift that left knee. Extend the leg, either bringing it down to the floor or lifting it up for 3. Fall in triangle, draw the core in 2 and 1. Right hand comes down, shifting onto the outside of that right foot. Left foot comes into a little tree pose. Holding here for a few breaths, feel the strength in the core, the strength in the legs, and then connect left elbow, left knee. Slowly step the foot to the front of the mat. In your low lunge, bring your right elbow to meet your left. Bring your hands in prayer. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, push into the palms and open it up into your twist. Gaze down at the foot, little taps. Tap 1. Energy through that left glute. Tap 2. Tap 3. And then your foot comes to join. Remember, you can stay in your twisted chair, or as we did on the other side, you've got your options for side crow. If side crow really scares you, as I said at the beginning, grab some pillows. That's how I learnt crow. And just practice this seesaw effect of shifting the weight forward and seeing if the body lifts with it. It sounds so hard if you can't do it, but as soon as you've got it, you'll be like, yes, I understand. And you need to learn to fall, because then the fear goes. Okay, everyone coming back. And as you inhale, shift into your chair. Ground down through the left foot. Lift that right knee in towards you. Extend that right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Shoot the arms back. Shoot the leg back. Whoa. Warrior 3. Draw that imaginary line. Take a big breath in. Exhale, drop the toes. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, open it out. Warrior 2, back of the mat. I'm not going to muck up the breathing this time. Inhale, flip the palm and reverse. As you exhale, bring your right elbow to your right knee. Shift the weight forward and see if you can lift up into that half moon. Open the body up to the side as much as you can. It's really tricky on the balance. If you're really finding it easy, then bring the gaze up towards the ceiling or close your eyes. Holding here, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way around. Your right fingers come back, your left hand goes forward. Reach here. Ooh, maybe bringing the gaze behind you. And then exhale, wrap it round. Bring the arms up. Your right arm goes underneath your left. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, sit down just for a moment into your eagle. Squeeze the sit bones, squeeze the inner thighs. Big breath in. Long breath out. Unravel the legs. Shoot that leg back behind you. Then exhale, bend into both knees. And again, come down as slowly as you can onto the mat. So this time I'll remember, if you want to, it feels better for you, then extend that left leg straight out in front of you and just bring that right foot on top. Try and sit between the heels. Bring your hands onto your hips to start with and take those little belly rolls. Comparing this side to the last side, just noticing any asymmetry, not overthinking about it, just being aware of it. Finding that connection to your body, and then changing direction if you haven't already. Breathing here. One more circle. Then bring your hands, maybe give the soles of your feet a little massage with your thumbs. We're so close to being there, guys. Then slowly unraveling the legs. So 2 options now, guys. You can come onto your knees and we can do one more Lolasana practice. We're going to do 2 more lifts. So if you want to do the same as what we did on the other side and lift one foot in towards you as you lift up, that's cool. If you want to do full, that's cool too. But the other option is coming into a child's pose or a puppy pose and taking some rest if that's what your body needs. Bring your hands next to your thighs. Push into the tops of your feet. Push into your hands, protracting the shoulder blades. Big breath in. Exhale, lift. Can you draw the feet towards you even more? For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Coming all the way down. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more time. You've got this, guys. Wherever you are, you've got this. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lift. Whoop. Holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Come all the way onto your seat and bring your feet together to make a little diamond, Badakanasana. Bring your hands into little fists. Give the fists a little circle and then take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and kind of pull down, and at the same time pull down with a fist. And that often feels really nice. Through the wrist, through the forearm, and then on the other side, pull down and then pull down with that fist. Take hold of your feet like a little book. Take a big breath in, open through the heart, then exhale, fold. Keep the spine nice and long. Use your arms to help open the thighs. Breathe the heart forward. Holding here, breathing here. Close your eyes. Start to absorb the practice. Start to slow everything down. Inhale. Slowly come all the way up. Plant your feet flat on the mat and roll down to come onto your back. Little recline pigeon before our final pose. So bringing your right foot on top of just underneath the left knee, and then reaching back to grab the thigh or the shin. Close your eyes and breathe into that right hip. Maybe even having a little sway from side to side. Exhale, drop the left foot, drop the right leg all the way over, and knees over to the left, your gaze over to the right. Back into this supine twist, just as we started. Inhale brings you through center. And exhale, let's switch sides. Left foot comes just underneath that right knee, flex that left foot, and breathe into this left hip. Keeping that connection to your breath, to your body, just for these last few minutes. Give yourself this kindness of just staying present. You don't need to think about what you need to do. You don't need to think about anything else but you right now. Drop that right foot. Left foot goes over, knees over to the right as your gaze comes to the left. Breathing into that left hip. Breathing into your heart space. Opening out, creating space in the body. And slowing everything down. Inhale brings you through center. Let's take a huge squeeze of the knees and take a big breath together. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let your feet come to opposite sides of the mat, your hands beside you, fingers curling in naturally. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now come back to your breath and don't try and change it in any way. Simply be its witness. Notice how each breath looks that little bit different, how different parts of your body move as you breathe. And simply keep that connection to your breath. And I'm going to end you with a beautiful poem from one of my favorite authors. Her name is Dana Folds, and the poem is Just for Now. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave breath to enlighten your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. Now, spend as long as you have here in Shavasana, but for those that are ready, start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. As you inhale, stretch your arms over your head, stretch your toes away from you. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze. And whichever way you wish, either rolling to your right side and gently bringing yourself to a seat, or maybe taking some rock and rolls. Let's meet in any comfortable seat. Bring your hands into prayer. Press your thumbs really firmly into your heart. Finding gratitude for connecting together today. Ending simply with one breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you find Lolasana really hard, you are definitely not alone. Keep going, you'll get there. See you on the mat again soon, guys.